Today's video is going to be a water change tutorial on my 15-gallon planted tank. I start off by trimming the plants and replanting the stems. I recently cut this tank back significantly and pretty much pulled out all of the plants and threw away all the roots and replanted the stems. So I'm in the process of trimming fairly often and replanting the stems to get the tank as dense as it used to be. Before I begin running the siphon, I kind of gently shake off all the plants and try to get all the free-floating detritus and organic waste shaken off the plant so that it can be picked up by the gravel vac. Really quickly before I get started with more of the details on the cleaning of the tank, I'm missing the hose extension on the gravel vac. I dented the base of the gravel vacuum and I was no longer able to attach the hose extension. So I do need to replace that. This isn't a special gravel vacuum, it's a broken one, and I am still just fine using it, but it is on my to-do list to replace it. As I use the gravel vacuum, I continue my method with knocking off the detritus and organic waste from all the plants so that I can just get as much of it up as possible to lower the TDS, which is the total dissolved solids of the tank. After I've lowered the water line to 40 or 50%, I go along with this algae scraper that I got from my local fish store in Sacramento, Aquaworks. I will go ahead and link the product below if it can be purchased on Amazon. I recommend checking your local fish stores first though, so that we can always support those small businesses. I'm running two Fluval C3 filters, hang on the back filters on this tank. I don't always change or clean the filter media at every water change because I do water change 3 times a week on this particular tank. But I am showing you, for example, that I will clean the filter media in one of the hang on the backs at the water change and not disrupt the other so that the cycle remains stable. I'm using the same algae scraping tool as an aquascaping tool to go over this wood and free it of some moss that has been overgrown in the tank for a while. I use reverse osmosis deionized water on all of my planted tanks. I remineralize them using the AquaVitro GH. I use the AquaVitro line to remineralize my deionized water and to fertilize all of my planted tanks. I have used other things and they definitely do well, but right now I do carry the whole line of AquaVitro. I'm not the most organized or precise fertilizer, I have to admit, and you can see here that there's no hiding that. I do have a milliliter dropper and I do occasionally, when I have more time, measure out all of these individual fertilizers, but I kind of have it down by now where I'm changing the water 3 times a week and I am using minimal capfuls of fertilizer. And that's all there is to it. We are all set with a fresh water change.